Okay guys, I'm going to tell you a variation on the Muskins Nymph. Now there's many different patterns, different types of colours of the Muskins Nymph. You've got the black Muskins Nymph, and it's good for the buzzers. Suppose you call this the brown version if you like. So the hook in the face is a size 10 standard heavyweight wet fly hook. The thread that I'm going to use to tie the fly is uni thread 80 in black. I'm just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. Just knock on a few turns, take it about 4 or 5 mil, remove the waste tag of thread, and then bring your thread back up. Now, park your thread because you got to leave yourself a good head length there to tie everything off. Now, I'm going to tie in the breathers, or the gills. And to do that, what I'm going to do is, this is Glow Bright Floss number 7. So just 6-7 times around my hand. Then just come in. All you do is just come in, I'll show you it this way. Just trim it. Now, we're going to leave them like that. We can brush them out, we can fluff them out at the end. Just come around with a pinch and loop. Tie them in. Now leave them long. Just leave them long over. They're more easier, well managed if you leave them long over the eye. And then just come in and take the excess away in a tapered cut. Now don't throw them out, they'll do your next fly. So just come in, to control the thread turns going down now. Just hold your finger and thumb onto the hook and let your thread turn hit against your finger and thumb. And this will control your thread turns down over the cut ends and give you a nice taper in the body. Now if you wanted to tie it as a short body version, you'd stop there. That would be a short body version, but I like to take mine on down. Now I'm just going to park my thread here, just up above the barb of the hook. The tail on the fly, this is just a brown cock saddle haggle. Just bring the fibres out from the stem, and then just take a small pinch. Now, you don't want to be going crazy with the tail. So you just want to get a measurement and have your tail about the length of the body or so over the back. Now I'm just taking my thread turns down the shank of the hook, tying this in until I let my bobbin go and I'm in line with the barb. Then I'm just going to come in and cut these in a tapered cut just so it can match here in the middle. The rib is going to be a silver wire. This is a UTC silver wire that I'm using. So I'm just offering it up a couple of turns to hold it in position. The body, cock pheasant fibre, just this cock pheasant tail. Now you want the body on this to be thin, so 3 or 4 cock pheasant fibres are plenty. Just come around with the turn, just going to pull this in right to the tips, tight as a dare go, and then work my thread turns up, tying everything in. Nice and tight. And then we can bring up our cock pheasant fibre. One turn, touching the other, up the length of the body. Then just follow this across with your thread, a couple of turns in to secure that in, and then come in and trim away the excess. Now because we wound up the cock pheasant fibre, the way that we've wound our thread, we'll have to counter wind the silver wire. Just bring this the opposite way, and you're looking 4 turns of the silver wire up the body. Turn the thread over, a couple of turns on the hook, turn on the wire, turn on the hook, just a couple of times just to make sure that the wire is secured in, and then bend and break away the wire. Don't cut it, just bend and break it away. Then we'll take our thread turns on down to there. I'm going to put a thorax cover in, and that's the same cock pheasant fibres. Now take a good bunch this time, rip them away from the stem. Now you don't need the tips, So just come in and knock those away. You want the thicker fibre. Just offer this up on top. Just we'll pull this in the length. It's better. Right, just flatten it with your thumb over the back of the hook. Wind your thread back down till it meets your body. Now, at this point, I'm going to put a wee holographic hotspot in there. And this is just large. This is just a Vineyards holographic and large and red. You could use orange. You could use silver. Many different colours. You don't have to use red. So I'm going to pull this into length. Now, with it being large, you should only need one full turn of the holographic there. That's plenty. Just follow this around with your thread, tie it in, then just come in, knock away the excess of your holographic. Don't throw that away either. You'll get more than a couple of flies out of that. Now we'll just tidy up, run the thread down towards the breathers and back up again. Now the rest of the thorax, I'm going to use fox squirrel. That's it there. Fox squirrel this is just a Wapsi product. Now you don't need too much of this, just a small pinch. And we're just going to dub this onto the thread. Now I need a wee bit more than that. It's just being a wee bit too conservative. So that's better. Now it's easy dub this. Nice stuff to work with. Then we'll just bring this down the remainder of the thorax to there. Now this is the part where we just come in and just split these either side and bring your thread to the eye. Now just keep them like that, and then bring your thorax cover over. Nice and flat over the back. Around with a loose turn. Then you can tighten up down to the eye. Now, for a more secure fly, you can fold your cock pheasant fibre back. Bring your thread back up over the cock pheasant fibre. Tying it in. Now, if you keep your thread tight, you can break these away. Don't try and break them all the way at once. You'll just pull just bust your thorax cover, then just come in and just do a whip finish. Pull the thread up nice and tight. Come in, trim away the thread. And at this point, what I'm going to do is just brush out the glow bright floss. Now, we usually do this after, but I'll do it now. So I'm just going to come in and varnish first. So just get your varnish right the whole way around your head of your fly. Then all I do to get the measurements of the breathers, just bring them up on top, pull them, and I want to cut these about half the length of the thorax. And there you go. Fluff them up a wee bit so you can see them a wee bit better. And there you go, guys. So I suppose you could call that a brown version of the Muskins Nymph. Great fly to have in your box all year round. Like I say, 10s, 12s, 14s. Good wee flying on the top or middle dropper if you're facing a washing line method or a setup. So like, tie a few up. You haven't got them in your box, tie them up. There's black versions. There's a couple of videos on YouTube with black versions. Many different colour combinations. You could use quill, strip quill for the body. So look, tie them up and hopefully you can catch a few fish. Thanks for watching.